guys, Marty here with GuitarJamz.com. Gonna break down some cool guitar techniques for you right now. You can click down there for a really cool ebook. Otherwise, let's learn this tune. Alright, so let's start breaking this down. We're gonna start with, if we took an F major bar chord with the root on the 8th fret of the A string, and then all the way across. That's the kind of implied chord, but what we're going to do is going to hit the root there on the 8th fret of the A, and our ring finger on the 10th fret of the B from that chord. And then we're going to start working on and so to break that down really slow, there's going to be some alternate picking and it's pretty far stretched out. The other thing, if that wasn't enough, you got to worry about muting. You're trying to keep those strings muted with your index finger across, not barred, but. So if I were to strum the guitar, you'd still only hear that and that. And I'm using my middle finger there to kind of mute stuff too. So it's just something to think about though. So we're going to start with this bass note. And we're going to always alternate between the bass note and the B string, and then there's kind of a tricky rhythm a little bit. So it starts with that. You got to get that. Then we're going to take our index finger onto the 8th fret of the E string now, and our middle finger, you can use your ring finger, middle finger, on the 9th fret of the G. And we slide to the index on the 10th fret of the low E, and middle is sliding now to the 10th fret on the G. So these two are on the same fret, while these are a half step apart. And once again, you got to mute the A and the D string in between them. So one time, then a second time, slid. So this little doon da doon da doon da doon da is going to be the same picking pattern as we did on the first chord. So we go. And then when you'd want to do one more up here, you're going to strum that chord down to that where they're offset. So we're going from this one where they're both on the 10th fret to this one where once again we've got index on the 8th and middle finger on the 9th of the G with the A and the D muted in between. So this whole intro is just consists of 2-note harmonies. That's everything we have so far. I'm going to do it one more time.
Nice and slow.
right before it starts over again, we're going to hit this one more time, which is the 8th fret of the E string. And the second time does a little something different. So check it out. So it's going to be a little slide down, which comes from... I think I'm really only hearing that note by itself. And when you slide into that, the little trick you hear is a little... from this chord, which is just pull off between the 12 and the 10 on the G string. So far, and when you slide that one down, you don't have to get that bass note in there, but I'm kind of like, it's already gonna be there on the, so you can kind of go, and then we've got the, so the whole thing really slow. Here we go. Sorry. And when he plays the song live, or he's not in the band anymore, or at least for right now, I mean, in other words, you never know what will happen, but he improvises all over the place, you know, like if the song's in D minor, he's got this little kind of D minor zone, which is the exact same thing as the F major zone, and both of those chords are in the song. So when I've seen him live, he likes to tickle around this little zone right here. So that's another thing to think about.